What's up, guys? Cameron Fous here with Iconic. Today on the profile, we're going to be interviewing Michael Spinoza, who is a Fous 4 former student. He's been crushing it in the game, and now he's a Fous 4 mentor. Let's check it out. All right, guys, we are in Long Beach, New York now, where just a few days ago, this beach was covered in snow. It's 39 degrees out, so it's super brisk. California is a little bit more vibe. We're at Big Mike's house right now. Let's go intrude on his personal space. We got Big Mike. Yo. Oh, shit. Big Mike's trade setup. Boom. Yeah. Oh, you're getting stuck. That is the face of a beast. All right, Mike, what do we got on watch for this morning, bro?
Checking out BPTH.
BPTH.
I'm trying to get SLS locates.
All right. It's going down today, guys. We're going to try to make some money shorting stocks. That's what we do mostly nowadays at Fous 4, is actually make money when stocks are going down. That's in Fous 4 Part 3. So we do a live trading session every day with a live broadcast. Mike's going to be broadcasting live today. So let's get this party started. Make it happen.
I'm falling for you.
All right, this is the last chance.
Nah, one last chance.
I'm a man. I can take it.
All right, guys, we're taking Mike on his first chopper ride. Yo. All right, so we're taking the doors off right now, but it's absolutely freezing out here in April. We'll see how it goes. I don't know.
Dude.
Norbert, how do you feel about that cold weather shock right there?
Oh man, it was really nice. I'm gonna get that jacket.
Norbert's getting suited up in the wings jacket here.
It's gonna keep me warm.
Cause you could be my nightlife. Thinking that we just might be real.
Yeah, they spin pretty fast.
Don't touch that.
Yeah.
She said.
Yeah, please don't touch that.
I need to touch it.
So that being said, you guys should be inside with me at all times. But if there's some strange circumstance where you guys are outside and you should be inside, just remember, stay low and go to the front, don't go to the back. So that being said, let's all stay together inside. I'm gonna give you guys each a life vest. It's not a parachute, all right? If you need to use it, like if you're in the water, all right?
Dang.
It looks nice and comfy.
Yeah, very comfortable in the nice cold water.
We were laughing, it was just hours ago. We built a fort of blankets on your floor. No need to fake it, they'll blow up your phone. Let's just forget and spend some time. Connect to the Wi-Fi, sipping on a Mai Tai, looking at the skyline. Thinking about last night, living that nightlife, everything alright. Cause you could be my nightlife. Thinking that we just might be real and we're able to take some time at home. Out of these people, baby, I'm yours. Said this 1,000 times.
What's up, guys? We are sitting here with Big Mike. That's what we call him in the chat room. Actually, his name is Michael Spinoza. Good to see you, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah, out here in Long Beach, New York. First time out here. It's kind of funny. Snowing on the beach the other day. Not the typical thing. We were just out on the boardwalk earlier before we came in, but super cool to be here. Mike was a Fous 4 student at first, and after a while, he just started crushing it in the stock market in our chat room. Me and Robert, who works with me at Fous 4, who was also a former student, kind of did just take notice of your ability to, make some amazing plays in trading. And he tripled his trading account as a Fous 4 student, and me and Robert flew out here, what was that, 2 years ago, I believe, to come meet Mike and just said, hey man, do you want to be part of the team and then start mentoring our students as well? So Mike's been with us for a couple years. It's great to have him as part of the Fous 4 team. He's a huge help for our students. So it's super awesome to have that additional help and to actually see my students have success as well and now become mentors. So Mike, why don't you tell us a little bit more about your backstory, how you even found me, and what's kind of been your, the process of becoming a student, and then how you felt about becoming a mentor and actually sharing your knowledge.
Yeah, definitely. So I mean, like anyone else, social media is a beautiful thing. We wouldn't be able to meet people that we didn't know in person without it. And I was living in the corporate world like anybody else. Went to college for finance, graduated, had a 9-to-5 job in the corporate world, was super pumped at the time until I actually got into that job, and then 6 months into it as an analyst, was really not content with my lifestyle. Who I was becoming, my daily routine, what I was eating, etc. Left that job, was an advisor for a while, didn't really like the job again, and stumbled across Fous on social media. And I saw he had a lifestyle and that he traded, more importantly with technical analysis, charts, pattern recognition. This is something that I didn't know beforehand, but I knew a lot about fundamentals, looking at cash flow, income statements, balance sheets, all that. So Fous kind of introduced me to how to day trade and have a system. So bought his DVDs immediately, and more importantly, studied them day in and day out for about, I'm gonna say 3 months at my job. I'll never forget keeping the door shut in my office and not doing real work.
I can only imagine how many other people are doing that as well with our training. Like, it's hilarious.
And decided to make the jump, and did really good my first year using the Fous 4 system. Fous and Rob came to meet me, and it was definitely what I wanted. I wanted a different lifestyle. More importantly, to trade is exhilarating. And I think the lifestyle is more important with trading, keeping your mind balanced, your body in tune. They kind of flow into each other.
Yeah.
So I think that's really important. And then here I am now, just trying to show everyone that it is possible. I think a lot of people aren't aware of how the market works, and more importantly, the type of action that happens on a daily basis.
Yeah.
You talk to anybody, and even like my grandmother, she doesn't even understand day trading. You can actually buy something and sell it 5 seconds later if you want. So I really want to help people learn this, because in the world that we live in, I think everyone's trying to approach financial freedom.
Yeah.
And this is the best skill set to have. That's the easiest with a full-time job, if you still have one.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we were just sitting here trading today, and you just made, it was $1,700, then you made another trade, now you've made $2,000 in the day, literally within the first 30 minutes of the market open. So that was kind of like, I used to be a swing trader from probably 2005 up until 2008, and that's when we saw the first market crash. And after that happened, I had to adapt my trading abilities to basically be able to handle that market volatility. And now I don't even really think about swing trading too much anymore. Yeah. For one, you have overnight stress of being like, shit, what is this stock gonna do the next morning? When in day trading, especially with the strategy that we utilize, you can literally do it within 30 minutes. You made $2,000 within 30 minutes this morning.
Cash in, cash out.
Now we're sitting here doing something else, whatever else we wanna do. It's really just opens up a lot of opportunity as far as time and what you actually want to do with that. And the beautiful thing is as well, you can make a lot of money in a short amount of time. A lot of people might have free time, but they don't have money to, utilize that time well. So with day trading, you can really have, the ability to actually maximize that. So I want to kind of talk about, a lot of our, aspiring traders and students are in college. I kind of had like a crazy college life. All I really did was party 5 days a week. So I'm kind of curious, what was your motive? Did you know what you wanted to do in college? I know you weren't I don't know if you were thinking about day trading at all. You went into the finance world.
Yeah.
But I was drunk my entire college career. What was Mike's college life like?
I was pretty drunk too during college. I would say that, I think everyone in college thinks they know what they want to do, but deep down, they really don't.
Yeah.
And I was the same way. I'd go to party. I knew I wanted to be in finance and make a lot of money, but I didn't even think about day trading. And to this day, I'm actually pissed I didn't find you junior or senior year, because I probably would have not went to any of my classes. Yeah. And then, just studied and probably be, doing better off now. But, in college, partying, I was still looking at stocks. A couple of friends, we'd talk about penny stocks, but never looked at a chart. Was just kind of going for the home run, like it's 30 cents, it could go to $1 or $2. They all never worked out.
Yeah.
But definitely wish that I learned this in college, because I think that if you give yourself college to do this, then coming out, you're ahead of the ball.
Yeah.
And starting, in your late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah, for sure. And a lot of people are getting started, as young as 18. We have another student who's actually helping with our social media, Evan. I believe he's 19, who we also did an interview with previously. And it's the earlier you can start is definitely a benefit, because you don't want to be, my age, 33 now, just getting started, and if potentially lose money, you're like, shit, now what do I do? Like, it's definitely beneficial to start at a younger age, go through that learning curve early, and have the ability. When you're younger, you can take a lot bigger risks because you have less responsibility, you don't have a bunch of assets, you have the ability to really, take risks without it being detrimental to your life. Because in college, what else are you doing? Or then I was
Zero
drinking.
responsibility.
Yeah, I was drinking 40s, pouring sparks in after drinking down to the sticker line, like just being a maniac. But that's when I started. I was running the technicaltrader.net for, I think, about sophomore year, 2006 is when I started that, and I did it for free in college, just kind of building up my reputation. And then I ended up dropping out of school and starting it turned into a business in 2008. And then I moved to San Diego thinking, oh man, life's great, making money trading. I got a business. Next thing you know, we have the market crash, August of 2008, the month I moved to San Diego. So that was kind of, a big, it was good to get humbled. And that's also another thing that most traders need to experience, is getting humbled in the market, because it's kind of like, the bubble that we see in Bitcoin. Everybody's just like, you just buy it and it just goes up. So, and a lot of people just got humbled by Bitcoin. A lot of people are down on Bitcoin. So it's good. And you want to learn that early on in your career. Like, I feel like I'm blessed to have gone through the 2008 market crash as a trader, because I'm prepared for potentially what's going to happen. I think within the next 1 to 3 years, we're going to see some sort of big correction. We've been up, straight up, for the last 10 years in a row. So it could happen at any time. I don't know. I'm not one to call the market. But, if you're an investor, it's difficult because you're not really liquid, or it's much more difficult to have to call your financial advisor, be like, hey, I think I might want to get out of these positions, as opposed to if you're a day trader, you're liquid, you can just get out at the click of a button. So
we don't care what happens.
Yeah.
I'm worried about day by day. That's the beauty.
Yeah, and we can make money in either any kind of market, whether
Basically,
it goes up or down. So that's also a beautiful thing about being a day trader, is just being liquid. Another thing I wanted to ask, in a webinar the other week, you said previously coming into day trading, you were kind of in a dark place. I don't know if that was from your job or what, but what was that like for you? And also, just how is it going from one job to another? A lot of people are kind of like, well, I don't know how to get started, or I have a job. Like, how do I make that transition? Like, what was your process for making that transition from one job to another?
Not easy. I think everybody thinks that it's going to be easy, and everyone thinks success is like, I'm doing great, everything's great, but success is stress. Working on a daily basis, stressing, pushing your comfort zones. I was never, I was always nervous when I left my job to become a day trader, but that nervousness is what made me excel and push myself. And in terms of being in a dark place, I just wasn't happy with what I was doing, who I was becoming, my body, my mind, kind of all in, whole ball of wax type thing. So having a career that really makes you happy is what's most important, because you can make $1 million a year. If you're miserable, it doesn't matter, It really, and I think you kind of see that as you get older, right? So that nervousness is what makes me work hard every day. So when I started trading, was making money, but to make it to the next level and to really be good, guys, you need to push yourself, especially with trading. Like, my motto is get comfortable being uncomfortable, and I think that's a good motto for career switching.
Stepping out of your comfort zone is a place where most people find growth, and a lot of people are scared to step out of their comfort zone. P.S. guys, this is Capone over here. This is Mike's dog, Fous 4 mascot, chilling on here. We had to decide whether it was going to be listening to him chew on a toy or barking in the background. So we decided to go with toy chewing. But getting out of your comfort zone is definitely something that most people are uncomfortable doing, but it's such a benefit to do, and also get in a habit of doing. I even just being in the same city for too long now, I kind of get complacent and a little bored, and there's nothing more exciting than going to a new city and exploring that. And this
becomes an addiction, right?
Yeah. I almost feel like I need to keep moving to continue to get that high almost of getting in a new spot. So comfort zone is a huge thing. And also, you said being happy with your career. So many people are stuck in something they don't love doing. I've been day trading for 13 years. It's still a big passionate thing of mine, but I've already been there. I've done that. I've, gotten to levels where I've made a lot of money in trading. But at the same time, after 13 years, I was becoming complacent in just day trading. So I was just kind of thinking, like, okay, what else can I do to, fulfill a new high? And that's kind of what I'm starting Iconic now, is something to just kind of expand my mind beyond trading. I'm still trading, but I also just kind of felt after a decade of doing something that I needed a little something more.
Definitely.
So I'm super pumped to be doing this. I'm super stoked to be able to have you on the show. Tell you guys a little bit more about just the trading career in general. It's such an exhilarating and kind of just, it's hectic as
Highs
well.
and lows.
It's manic depressive, but
It
there's
is.
a lot of upsides and a lot of downsides, but it also gives you the ability to have so much time and freedom to, as opposed to being in a 9-to-5 or having a boss. There is stability in that, but the stability also means you're basically flatlined for a long time
Yeah.
at your career pay. Day trading, you made $2,000 in 30 minutes today. A lot of people don't even make that in a month as like a minimum wage job, and you were just able to make that in 30 minutes a day. So also going back to what we just said, it's a manic depressive career as well. I want to know what your favorite part about day trading is and what your least favorite part about day trading is.
That's a good question. I'm going to say my favorite part is that I have the opportunity every day to change my life. So that's what gets me up early every morning. There's a stock every day that's going to move, especially in these small caps, 20, 50, 100% within a day. And you can change your net worth, in a day trading. So that's probably my favorite part, is just the opportunity. I'd say my least favorite part is probably getting asked what broker you use.
For sure, dude.
No, probably just, like anyone else, I think I hated it more when I started, but dealing with losses. When I first started, I would take like a $300 loss, like my first year, and I'd just be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's all ruined. And now, after doing this for about 3 years, you get comfortable with those losses.
Yeah.
Even as they get bigger, I think that going back to the whole comfort zone thing, the losses make you grow.
Yeah.
You will not become a bigger trader without the losses.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I look at it.
Yeah, and that just kind of gets to the point of mindset. How do you interpret that loss?
Right.
Do you interpret that as a failure, or do you interpret that as a learning experience to grow and expand your mind about how can I fix that? A lot of people get down on trading because
Most people do.
that's how people blow up their accounts, because they let a loss turn into kind of a death spiral of an emotional disaster that they can't recover from. So it's really just all mindset at the end of the day. And I tell this people all the time, the Fous trading system is a great system, but it's not rocket science. It's like memorizing flashcards.
Yep.
But it's a very integral part of the process of trading. But at the end of the day, it's just the ability to keep that mind state in emotional control, to click buy and sell when you need to. And that's kind of what I teach in Cloud 9. And those are kind of my ways of dealing with stress that I teach in Cloud 9, which is our psychology aspect of our training program. But what do you do on a day-to-day basis, or what are the coping mechanisms that you use to kind of like keep the stress out of your life in trading?
Working out, number one, cardio. I started to do a ton of cardio since I started trading, and after a rough day, physical exercise is one of the best ways to naturally allow stress to leave the body. Most people will say, I'm just going to work harder tonight and sit behind the screen longer, and that's exactly what you should not be doing.
It's like just screen anxiety.
Right? Just the LED lights constant. Yeah. So, I'd say that most people definitely should do that.
Yeah.
More. I just had a mental thought. I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah, and everything I wanted to ask
Working
about.
out, we can talk about this because I know you mentioned it.
Yeah.
I am a huge advocate of cannabis. For me, it works. Everyone's different. Everyone has a different psyche. But I was, college, huge boozer.
Yeah.
My family's big boozers, my brothers, and now I, smoke more weed instead of drinking, because I found that, number one, I can function the next day. Right?
Yeah. I cannot function after a night out of drinking.
I cannot trade, with a hangover. Most people can't. And the science behind cannabis is coming out, what it does to your mind, what it does to your body.
Yeah.
I think that's more of a newer age thing, newer generational belief, especially for your brain. There's been a lot of studies, concussion relief and stuff like that. So I believe that from a mental standpoint, it's one of the best ways to clear your mind.
Yeah,
So that dramatically helps me a lot. I find, usually by 4 or 5 o'clock, I've rolled up a little joint.
yeah.
I could have made 3,000 that day or lost 3,000. It doesn't matter. I'm just completely,
Yeah. So you smoke after the trading session, not before.
Never during. Let's get that straight. People think that, yo, Mike, do you get high? Yeah, right before the open. I'm going to take
It's just ripping bongs
No.
right before the market
After the
opens.
close, guys, I do not mix work and work and play. I take trading very seriously, but I do believe that after the day is over, it's very similar to yoga. You know how you feel after yoga when you do your stretching and you just feel very zen.
Yeah. See, for me, like, I get like anxiety attacks
That's
if
what I
I
say,
smoke
everyone's
weed.
different,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. For me, if I smoke, I'm like, it's been years since I've actually smoked any weed. But if I do, I would probably like, if I smoked weed right now, I'd probably like leave this room. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. But yeah, so and also like, especially even drinking, like I can't even function. Like Norbert, my videographer here, just like yells at me anytime I even drink anything because he knows the next day I'm not going to be doing anything.
As you age, it's really the hangovers
Oh yeah, man.
they'll crush you.
Going out, if I go out Saturday, I'll be toast to like Wednesday. So
Right.
it's crazy that it's really annoying. Actually, I hate it, but it's like shit. I am getting old.
But it's fun because you want to still have a good time, right?
Yeah.
And you want that balance, but especially with work and trading,
Yeah.
it affects you dramatically.
Oh, for sure. And I think it's almost, it's a miracle, the productivity level that you'll find. Like earlier last year when I started traveling full time, I basically kind of quit cold turkey on alcohol completely, 100%. And you realize there's a level inside of you in productivity that you didn't even realize existed. Because basically from the age of about 16 up until 32, I was drunk like never
20 years.
Yeah, basically just on a fucking party bender, And so at that point, basically 15 years of not even knowing this level that I had inside of me. And when I quit drinking like completely, there was this whole nother person that I didn't even know, or a level of productivity that I had within me that was there because I was always operating at, what I thought was 100% was actually 70%. And then once I quit drinking, I didn't even realize that this level of 100% was actually there. So it was a huge difference in my life to find that out. And I was just hustling big time last year. But now, I still balance out drinking, and we're going out to dinner later. I'm definitely gonna have some drinks.
It's a lot of water.
Yeah, a lot of water afterwards. So it's crazy though that how much alcohol does affect your ability to actually be productive, and you don't really realize that until you actually stop. And so I would encourage everybody to go like on a 30-day break if they are drinking or whatever,
I
and
agree.
just see what it's like. I was actually just talking about this with my brother in Oregon, and he said he realized such a big difference when he didn't drink at all. So if you guys watching, try a 30-day sobriety test and see what kind of difference you see in your life as far as being productive, being capable of achieving new things, just how much better you actually feel. Even though usually if I don't drink all week, Friday I'm like, shit, I would love a whiskey on the rocks or an old fashioned or something, So, but you gotta have
Balance, right?
you gotta have balance. So, I basically stopped for a long time, didn't really drink at all, and now I got more of a balanced thing. Maybe once a week I'll go have a little fun. But last and not least at all here, a lot of people always ask me about like what my daily routine is. So walk us through a Big Mike day in the life, day trader from waking up to the market close.
So I started this probably like about a year ago. I started waking up super early.
Yeah.
Like 5 in the morning every day I'm up. Now I'm at the point where I can just get up without an alarm, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
And
intense.
I'm basically going right downstairs and doing cardio
Yeah.
or sauna in the morning. Studies have shown, for those of you, go on Google, look at what your brain looks like before you take a 30-minute walk and what your brain looks like after. And there's much more activity. Personally, you feel much more confident. You feel like you can think straight. So getting that cardio in or some type of sweat in before the market opens is what gets me, in tune. So usually 30, 40 minutes of that. I'm usually behind the screen, sometimes 6:30, 7 a.m., getting locates on shorts, seeing, I spend 2 hours prepping for the day. Like before the open, we already knew what we were trading, right?
Yeah.
That's what most people I think don't get. The game plan is established beforehand. So by 9:15, I know what I'm trading. I know the size. I have a game plan. Everything. At that point, it's just about, getting cool and calm, cool and collect. So at the open, we look to we do Fous TV, where we're broadcasting every day. I'm usually pretty aggressive within the first hour, like today, the way the market's been. And then after the first hour, by noon, I'm usually starting to, usually all cash, just evaluating the market. And I'll hang out all day and chat and just see what's moving. But lately, the first hour or two, like we talk about, is where the volatility is, and that's where the action is. Lately, if you hang around, we call it the lull, where you sit around all day, you try and trade these intraday scalps, and it just ends up in the spin cycle and you never trade. And then, 3, 4 o'clock, market closes. I'll hang around until 4:30, 5, because sometimes after hours you get some earnings and stuff like that.
See what news is out.
Yeah, and then we do the mentorship twice a week.
Yeah.
And I'll hit the gym at night just to. That's another way to just come down a little bit.
Yeah.
Smoke my joint, after the gym,
Wind down at the end of the day. Yeah.
Wind down and then do it again the next day.
There
Definitely
you go.
shot by Friday, though. I will say, it's definitely it's a lot of keeping your mind and body in tune. And a lot less looking at charts, and like studying what's this company going to do. It's really just about focusing on keeping you just zenned out.
It's literally
That's
all
all it
mental
is.
health
Yeah.
at the end of the day. And that's, again, like I was saying, that's why I created Cloud9, because so many people would just go through the course and they would think that would be, the end
That's it,
game.
right? Like-
That's it. Okay, you have the knowledge of a professional trader at that point, but you don't have the mental stamina. And that's why we created Cloud9. But I wanted to get into some student questions, just read a couple here that we had. First one here is, what do you learn most from your previous job that made your new career as a day trader easier? Was it the technical skills or more of a mental state of mind being in this field?
Probably nothing. Honestly, there's really nothing out there that will teach you about day trading besides, like the DVDs and stuff that we have. So I just knew, I focused more on larger cap names at my prior jobs, which I don't trade at all. The Facebooks, the Apples, the Amazons, I don't trade. So honestly, nothing. That's why I tell everyone, anyone can do this.
Yeah.
My analyst job maybe taught me that small caps, like I was an analyst, I had to create a price target for a small cap. What I learned was that means absolute dog shit.
Yeah. I mean, an analyst will push out a price action, basically just kind of manipulate, okay, we want this stock to go there. It's not, okay, this stock might go there. It's, we want this stock to go there
that's
because
exactly
we
how
have
it
some
works.
sort of
Ulterior motive.
Yeah. And that's how everything is when you look at CNBC, Twitter, anybody talking about any stock anywhere, they have an ulterior motive to influence that stock in that direction. That's just the state of the market at any given time. So next question is, how long did it, this actually I think was directed at me and you, how long did it take him to start profiting and what makes him one of the best traders you've ever seen? So for me to answer that, what makes Mike one of the best traders I've ever seen, I think, is just the amount of dedication that you put into this game. I mean, you're obsessed, and that's what it takes to be part of this. I was like, yo, do you just want to take the day off to shoot this video? You're like, no, I'm trading.
I tell everyone.
Yeah.
My mom would be like, hey, can you just run here and do this errand? And I'm like, so I run to the bathroom. It's right there.
Yeah, so I think that's a level, and that's why you're so good at this, because you have such dedication to this craft and you're so motivated and you're obsessed. And that's what it takes to become the master at anything is an obsession to do it. So that's why I think Mike is good at the game and obsessed, because, he didn't really want to enjoy the day off to shoot a video and go on a helicopter. He's like, no, dude, I'm fucking trading. That's
Once
what
you
I
see
do.
what's possible, there's a lot of traders out there that trade small caps, and I'm not going to name any, but when you see what some of these youngins are making, it's just pure motivation,
Yeah, it's crazy, mind-blowing to see what some of these kids are making these days. I guess we could close out with this question here, guys. What would be the best piece of advice for a new and aspiring day trader who is interested in getting started?
The best advice I would give you is educate before you trade, which is what we always talk about, like getting into the racetrack. Don't follow anyone on StockTwits or Twitter. And sky's the limit. The truth is that you can make a limitless amount of money in trading. And a lot of people, whether it's family, friends, are going to shoot you down. Just keep going and keep working hard, because everyone kind of shot me down when I started, and I've never been happier. So
Yeah, and that's amazing. So for me, I would say, as far as getting started, one would be 100% educate yourself.
Yeah.
Whether that be through our program or somebody else. Find somebody that you feel like you connect with, and basically have them be your mentor. The first stock I ever traded was I went to etrade.com, found the cheapest stock on the website, and just clicked buy for no reason.
Yeah.
And that's what so many people do.
Everyone does it.
And it's so stupid. Trading is a serious game. This is a profession, guys. It's not just a side hobby that you're going to pick up and start making money. You have to be 110% dedicated to the game. And if you want to make money, you want to learn from the best. So whether it be from me and Mike or somebody else that you feel like you connect with, it's all about education. The second aspect would be understanding that mindset is really what's going to push you to the next level as far as making money trading. And I didn't make money for my first 3 years as a day trader. And that's because I was sitting there staring at charts on a screen. I would look at charts, and then I would come back and lose money that day and be like, what did I do wrong here? What did I do wrong here? And I'd be like, well, it's all there. I just wasn't able to click buy and sell when I needed to. And that's when I started kind of getting over that edge of actually making money, was when I basically kind of came to that realization and stopped kind of like doubting that that's what it was. I was like, oh, it's really just my mindset and actually being able to click buy and sell when you need to.
Most people, I would think that they come to the market, and this is my biggest pet peeve, because I did this when I first started. You make money once in a stock, right? And then you immediately think that you have a system and you're a profitable trader. Mm-hmm. But can you do that over and over again in a repeated fashion?
Yeah.
That's considered an edge. And I think that you need to have that edge in the markets to be confident. And most people will just kind of, do the chest pump that we're making money today, and they really don't have that strategy.
Yeah, I mean, really, like, even if you're making a bunch of money, your emotions should still be
right?
calm, collect, not like, yo, I am the man, like I am crushing it.
Yep.
It should still just be, because if you get overzealous, some of my biggest losing streaks have been right after making a bunch of money, because you get overzealous and a little bit too overconfident, and you make a bunch of money, and then you start like, you're like, all right, I'm swinging for the fence on this one.
I'm going to take this one to the next level.
Yeah. And then you have a big loss, and then that just turns into like a death spiral, and then you're totally mentally out of whack. So it really just boils down to your mental. We got Capone over here. But anyways, guys, yeah, it's educate and understand that your mental side of things are such a big part of the game, and that's why we also created Cloud9 as well, which is about 7 hours of me talking about how to deal with mental stress of trading and how to cope with that psychology. All right, guys, to close this out, we want to offer you guys the ability to win a 90-day Fous Pro mentorship program with me and Big Mike, and maybe you'll even get a chance to meet our mascot, Capone over here. But anyways, what the Fous Pro mentorship program is it's 90 days. You're going to get about 25 hours of online trading. That's Fous 1, 2, and 3. That's swing trading, day trading, and learning how to short, in addition to Cloud9, our latest product, really focusing on mental psychology of trading. And that's really what it boils down to at the end of the day of how to make money, is understanding the mental side of the game. In addition, it's Monday through Friday of Fous live trading. It's a live broadcast. In addition, 3 days a week of mentorship class with me and Big Mike. But anyways, guys, Mike's also got a brand new Maserati Gran Turismo that we're about to go check out. I used to have one. I had the Gran Turismo MC Sportline, but it was a 2012. Now to think about that, it was so old. But it was still a hot whip. So we're going to go check out Mike's whip. Let's do it.
Right on.
Yep. Kaboom!
Did a good job there, buddy. Just sitting for a minute.
All right, guys, we're just getting into Big Mike's garage. Getting a view of the black stallion gives me memories of the old whip.
Yo. How's it feel, Mike, to rock this whip around?
Like a kid at a candy shop every time.
Boom. Stocks 24/7. And that's literally who Mike is. Stocks 24/7.
At both spots.
Both spots. Double
My
parking.
girlfriend wanted to take the one next to me, and I'm like, no, because if you smoke my car, I'd rather be somebody I don't know.
What's up, guys? All right, we are out here in front of Budokan. Gonna go have a nice meal. Big Mike opted out because obviously he's dedicated to the game. He's gonna go make some money tomorrow, but we're gonna go have some fun on him with Norbert. We got my other buddy Jin Han, his girl, and Summer. Let's go do this.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see